Bitcoin puts in a new weekly candle as we get ready to enter what might be the most pivotal week for Bitcoin in 2020. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way in, and let's jump into this Bitcoin video, the weekly chart. This was last week. Messy, volatile, emotional, people going crazy on crypto Twitter, and here we are in a new week. A brand new week. And it's interesting so far, actually. I know there's not much going on in that weekly candle, but this could be the beginning of a very, very exciting, interesting story, because we know in these videos, in the last couple of weeks, really, we've been approaching a similar area to Bitcoin back in 2016 into 2017 as it broke the bull market doors then, that green rectangle. Bitcoin just did that right now. It broke the bull market doors. And what we've been talking about is Bitcoin saw resistance right under the all-time high at that time and came back down all the way to the 618. If you've been watching these videos, you know we've been talking about that. And you can see Bitcoin right now, it really just testing exact same area, just below all-time highs. And then this last week, we've come back down. And what we're anticipating, or at least we were anticipating and still are, is the second week now that we're here. The second week, will the same thing happen, what happened back here? And I know I'm kind of zoomed up, but check that out. That red weekly candle, that was the second week of consolidation for Bitcoin. And so far, the charts are diverging away and not doing exactly the same thing. So look at this. Look at the RSI. We hit resistance, definitely hit resistance at that yellow line, a line I talked about so much on this YouTube channel. We hit the resistance on the momentum oscillator. We come back down, but right now, if you zoom in here, you see a little uptrend now. Something is happening on the Bitcoin charts, on these weekly macro charts, this weekly momentum oscillator that didn't happen last time. Bitcoin really just came back down strong after entering the bull market doors then, and you can see what that looks like if you look at it comparable to the charts, right? So Bitcoin up, resistance, back down. Bitcoin up through the bull market doors, resistance all the way back down to the 618. This time, Bitcoin breaks the bull market doors, comes down, and it's just fighting. It's fighting to stay above. And we actually already got support at this 786 line at the bull market doors. And then, as I mentioned, the RSI making a little turn right now. So interesting to me. And it's kind of why I said this could be the most pivotal week for Bitcoin. What happens here? We know all the things happening in Bitcoin. PayPal, Cash App, they've pretty much bought 100% of new supply of Bitcoins recently. And I tweeted this a little bit ago, Bitcoin shortage incoming. I mean, we've known about this anyway, even without these things happening, PayPal and Cash App and all that, we just knew with the Bitcoin halving and the long-term cycles of Bitcoin that post 2020 halving, this white line here, the similarities of post 2016 halving are right in front of our eyes in terms of Bitcoin supply and what's happening. And it's kind of playing out right now. And it really does come back to these short-term charts. So on the short-term charts now, this is what we're tracking. We did this video yesterday. I'm not going to show you a clip. Bitcoin broke out of the symmetrical triangle that we were tracking. And we talked about in yesterday's video, is Bitcoin going to reach this Fibonacci retracement resistance, a key test for Bitcoin. And now if we go to this chart, let's take out that Fibonacci resistance from that swing high to our swing low that we had right there. And what is Bitcoin doing currently? It is testing right now. And this is huge for Bitcoin. This is huge for this week. This is huge for really the direction of crypto in the short to mid term. What does Bitcoin do at this resistance now that we are there? I mean, we are in it. And this is like a 3% range right now. A move can happen either way so quick for Bitcoin, whether we break out of it or we get rejected back down. Rejected back down would bring us likely to test this Fibonacci retracement down here, which is our previous swing low, to our current swing high if it's here. And you can see a support area down here. We're not going to talk much about that, but that's an area to watch out for if Bitcoin just tonight or something gets rejected. We're talking $17,000 down to $16,700 support. Does it hold? But right now, I'm really curious more on the upside as Bitcoin tests this Fibonacci resistance now that we've been talking about and tracking. And as we're pretty confluent now with a breakout target of the symmetrical triangle that we've tracked. Bitcoin pretty much right below that target area, we often see resistance. So all in all, in the short-term charts, there's a lot of resistance for Bitcoin where it is trading as I do this video. A break above 18,800 would be huge indicator for Bitcoin approaching this previous swing high. That would really start, defining Bitcoin's direction as being bullish as we try and question and see what Bitcoin is going to do. Now, I want to zoom out on the 6-hour chart and just draw your attention to this area. This was in August, Bitcoin doing a similar thing, right? We reached our August swing high back here, and this was 12,500. A lot of people excited. Bitcoin took a dive, right? And it took a dive here. People got scared, and we came back up and tested a Fibonacci resistance area that we said would really define the direction of Bitcoin to see if Bitcoin could continue to new highs. And it did. Bitcoin broke, and this was a huge confirmation right here, Bitcoin breaking that area. Again, Bitcoin falls, people get scared, and now we're testing a key Fibonacci resistance area that's going to define what happens next for Bitcoin. Confirmation is right before us, everybody. Again, this is a 3% range for Bitcoin. This is going to happen quick, but these are the areas that I'm watching. We're looking at 18,300 to right around 18,000. I guess it's $18,800, that 786 line. So now diving in a little deeper here, I want to pivot over to this. This is important to kind of bring all of this together. I tweeted this, and this was actually yesterday. The question of a double top for crypto markets will be answered very soon. Look at Cardano chart as it tests a key Fibonacci resistance channel. If Cardano breaks through, I'd say we could use this as a market-wide confirmation for bullish confirmation, or bullish continuation. And then I tweeted this also yesterday. If Dash breaks through this Fibonacci resistance, I'm going to have to do another Bitcoin update. Could be a big indicator that Bitcoin is primed to break all-time high. So if you look at Dash was making a move to the exact same Fibonacci retracement area, this resistance area that I was just talking about on Bitcoin here, right? Bitcoin took a second to catch up. Dash made the move first, a leading indicator for Bitcoin. So you want to keep an eye on these other altcoins. If Dash makes a break for it and Bitcoin's just still hanging out in this resistance area, there's a very, very, very strong possibility Bitcoin's getting ready to break out as well. And then if you can actually look at Ethereum, this is actually kind of more interesting because Ethereum just tested the 786 line of the Fibonacci resistance. Currently, it's testing it right now. So again, if Ethereum breaks that, very good indicator for Bitcoin. And then here's Cardano right alongside Ethereum, almost at that 786 line. What is going to happen with these altcoins, everyone? You can't take your eyes off of altcoins if you're watching Bitcoin. I don't even care if you're not in these altcoins. These are leading indicators. They happen time and time again. Interestingly enough, we know a couple weeks ago or so, Litecoin was a leading indicator. Not this time around. Litecoin's lagging as well, behind Bitcoin even, in terms of testing that key Fibonacci resistance. So what's going to happen there is Litecoin getting ready to catch up? Time will tell. But again, the altcoins are something I'm really, truly watching. And then I'm throwing a lot. This is just like, this is the beginning of it. I'm throwing a lot of data, but there's this happening all alongside of everything I just discussed. I don't know if you remember, I did a video, I don't know, probably a week ago or so, maybe a little less than a week ago. Bitcoin's been crazy. Higher highs, higher lows, rising channels all over the place. And I think the last video I did was right around here, questioning, is Bitcoin really going to break to the upside, right? 20,000 plus target to the upside or not? And it didn't. It broke below, right? And it actually broke right to the target of this yellow channel that's charted here. We broke right to the target around low 16,000s and consolidated there into that symmetrical triangle that we've talked about, which is good, right? We hit a short-term target, nothing crazy, and we've currently bounced away from that area. But what I'm watching now is all of the resistance I just talked about, meaning this Fibonacci retracement, 18,800 down to 18,300, that entire area. Look at this trend line that Bitcoin really needs to break back above. Currently, right now, right around $18,800, that yellow trend line. That's a really big resistance area for Bitcoin, but a break above it, a break above 18,800 could be extremely bullish for Bitcoin. Can Bitcoin do it? I'm doing this video in the back of my mind. I'm thinking, I wonder what's going to happen. when I upload this video. I wonder if Bitcoin's going to test. It's only like 1.5 to 2% away from testing that area. I wonder if it's going to happen tonight, or is Bitcoin not going to do anything? It's going to be really interesting to see what Bitcoin does really in the next few hours and how it interacts with this resistance, because there's a lot of confluent resistance right at this area, and I just laid it all out for you. So a break above, bullish for Bitcoin, long story short. Dash a break above the Fibonacci resistance here, bullish for Bitcoin. Ethereum, look at Ethereum testing the 786 as I do this video. A break above, so key for Bitcoin on Ethereum. And then we can actually go to Cardano. We don't know what Cardano's doing. Again, just like Ethereum. Look at this. Come on. I should just hang around and just sit here for a few minutes and see what happens. But I got to end this video. Everybody, you'll see what happens. I guess I'll see what happens while the video is uploading. But time will tell. I think this next 12 hours are going to be really crucial for Bitcoin. I think I might use that in the thumbnail because, I mean, that's a good thumbnail. 12-hour countdown. Here we come. So everybody, hit that like, hit that subscribe. There's so much more data on the screens. I just try and keep these videos short. Let me know your thoughts below. I appreciate you cruising by. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.